Hey everybody, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. And we have big news today, big news. The USA Cycling, like the overarching all of cycling, has announced that the US National Championships headquarters, the training, the whole kit and caboodle is headquartering right here in Bentonville, Arkansas. And that's a big deal, so we're going to talk about that. But before we begin, if you could share this video with a friend or family member, that would make the world of difference. I try to produce as much content as humanly possible about Northwest Arkansas. Obviously, Northwest Arkansas is by far the best place to live in America, and I want to make sure that everyone knows about it because it's the best place, obviously, and you truly can live, work, and play all in NWA. So thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. All right, so we're gonna break this video into two different sections. The first section is gonna be about the reasons why the USA Cycling organization chose Bentonville, Arkansas to be the headquarters of the National Championship Biking Training Center. Why are they choosing here? Why are they gonna train everyone right here and then send them off to world champions to compete on a global level? They chose Bentonville, pretty cool. And then the second part of the video is gonna talk about my personal reasons why I think they chose them. That's just my little sneaky suspicion. But the first part is gonna be why they say it verbally, and then the second part is gonna be why I think secretly they chose it as well. All right, so the first reason they said that they chose Bentonville, Arkansas out of anywhere in America to make this an HQ is the fact that they said we have amazing trail systems. And we know this, this is obvious. Obviously you have to have trails for a mountain biking championship training session, obviously. But our trails are just like very diverse and they love them and they use them. And I'm sure a lot of people that have come from the championship side of things have been to Bentonville. Obviously they wouldn't have chosen this place if they haven't been here. So they are definitely impressed with our trail system. Obviously it's been well and developed for many years, so I'm sure they're fully aware of the trail system in NWA specifically. But obviously trail systems are a big deal here, and that's why they chose them, because the trails, I don't need to talk about more of that because it's more obvious. So that's the first reason why they chose us, at least according to them, is because of our trail system. And the second reason is because of camps. Now what they mean by camps is definitely like the community side of things, like people getting together and coming down here from all across America to train and be part of camps to get better, obviously, and to be part of the trail system and the whole thing. So if you want to build a, let's say, a world-class team, you need to have groups of people, obviously, that are training specifically for the world championships to come together and actually have like camps that are focused on specific things to obviously raise the whole bar of skill sets. And so that's one thing that they're impressed with Bentonville, is that not only are they going to make more camps, but we already have camps here. Like we already do the camps here. And so whether it's kids or adults or kind of in between, there are camps for everyone in Bentonville, Arkansas to kind of get better at biking, whether it's mountain biking or road biking, or if you just want to do like more like you just want to enjoy the ride kind of biking, there are camps for everyone and events for everyone. And so that was already happening here. So it's an easy fit for them to be like, yeah, there's already camps. Let's just add more camps specifically for world-class biking to raise up world champions. And the last reason they talked about why they chose Bentonville, Arkansas out of all of America to make it the HQ of like world-class championship biking is the fact that, like I kind of alluded to this before, but skills development. If you have one community really focused on one thing, which is biking, mountain biking, and any sort of like alternative transportation, which includes biking, of course, but definitely biking. And that's the fact that we really want to develop skills here, and they see the development. We have the trail systems, we have the camps, and the skill sets follows set. And so obviously a lot of people around here, like majority of the people around here, focus on biking and getting better because it's a fun sport. It's cool, it's fun, it's enjoyable, it's a good exercise. You can get out in nature, you can see, be with friends, you can do all the things. And so adding the skills component to it is just an easy add-on because we're already doing it. You just come on down to Bentonville. And so it's one of those things where the skills development is just kind of an add-on because of the things we're doing beforehand. And so it's really cool to see the USA Cycling announce that these three things are the reasons why we're choosing Bentonville. But it's cool that they've recognized all those things and they're moving the headquarters right here. Whoa, before we jump on to the next point, I have something brand new called Instant Home Updates. So maybe you're thinking about coming down to Northwest Arkansas and you're using things like Realtor.com or Zillow.com. Way too slow. The notifications, way too slow. So I made something called Instant Home Updates. Sounds exactly what it is. It's literally Instant Home Updates. Wild concept, I know. So enter your information below. What are you looking for? Square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms, areas. So enter your information below and I'll make sure you don't miss a single notification when it comes to home for sale or for rent, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, every single Friday I send an email just kind of talking about all things NWA. So what musicians are coming here, what new businesses are coming here, what new grants have been given for the trail systems around here. What a shock. What new headquarters is moving down here. If you want to keep up to date with all things NWA, make sure you enter your email below every single Friday. New email, pretty cool stuff. But there's just a little heads up. You might get a little fear of missing out, a little FOMO, but I'll make sure you're the most informed person eventually when you make your way down to Northwest Arkansas. All right, so now we're getting into the juicy reasons, the reasons that I think that they chose Bentonville, Arkansas, NWA specifically, out of anywhere in America. So first thing is that they could have chosen anywhere. They could have chosen Phoenix, Arizona. They could have chosen Colorado. They could have chosen parts of, obviously the Appalachian Mountains or the Rocky Mountains. There's so many options out there that potentially why they choose Bentonville. And one of the reasons that I believe that they chose it, I have a couple, but then one of the main reasons is that we build our trails with intentionality. Now that doesn't mean that other places don't, but we have companies that have been developed, it started here and actually trained here building trail systems. Now, obviously those kind of things exist elsewhere in America, but the funny thing is that our trail system builders get hired by other trail systems in other places of states to get hired to do trails out there. And so we've developed such an interesting culture and a specialized skill set here in Bentonville, Arkansas that can't really be replicated easily across America. That we've developed, trained, obviously made new systems, designed new things, and the way we do our trail systems, and we just thought outside the box when we came to building that when they chose Bentonville, it's like, yeah, they build trails with intentionality. We have something called the monument trails that are scattered. There's only 4 monument trails across all of Arkansas, and one of them is in Devil's Den, which is just south of here, and we have Hobbs Park, which is east of here, and there's 2 other ones out in Arkansas. But those are, I would consider, the actual gold standard for trail systems. Long story short, they are amazing trail systems and world renowned, and so we have those right in our backyard here in NWA. But the cool thing is a lot of those things have been obviously used in Bentonville and built with intentionality. So it's cool to see an industry being literally started, made, created, and then expanded all across America based right in Bentonville. And the second reason I believe that they chose NWA, Bentonville specifically, to be the HQ is because we have access to our trail systems all year long. There's a lot of parts of America that have trail systems that are very good, but they're covered in snow all year long, or at least a good part of the year. And so you can't really necessarily use them for maybe 3 or 4 months, which cuts down on training. If they're going to be mountain biking champions, if we're raising world champions here, they can't be on a indoor bicycle practicing stuff. They need to be outdoors doing jumps, hitting ramps, going around corners. They need to do all the different things practicing outdoors, not necessarily indoors. And that's some of the limitation of other places, that they have to fly or drive other places to get some training in other places in America, then come back. And it's like, nope, you can do it all right here in Bentonville, Arkansas, because we have access to trails all year long. The weather is perfect for biking and train all year long. It does get hot in the summer, as you know, and it does get a little chilly in the winter. But I mean, if it does snow, it's gone within less than 24 hours if it does snow. So it just makes trail systems available all the time. And thirdly is the fact that we have an outdoor culture just in general in Northwest Arkansas. Now, obviously, we are big into biking around here, but big into kayaking, big into camping, big into fly fishing, just big into fishing, big into rock climbing. So there are so many other things to do in Northwest Arkansas, and it is definitely heavily focused on biking, but there's so many other things to do that it's really just an outdoor culture in general. And so it's going to be a rare day for you to find someone who kind of stays inside, doesn't do anything, because then you can be in anywhere in America. But Northwest Arkansas is truly that live, work, and play all in NWA. But you can be outdoors, you can be indoors. There are so many things you can do here in NWA that it truly is like an outdoor community focused on growing the area, continue to make the best place to live in America. And fourthly, and I think this is probably the proudest thing that I am about Northwest Arkansas, and probably the most important thing, honestly, is the fact that we invite all people to the area. And there are a lot of people that are moving to the area. Obviously, it's a fast growing area, obviously. But the thing that I truly love about Northwest Arkansas is that you can meet anybody and they will be so friendly. I cannot tell you enough stories that have been shared with me about clients that have moved here that part of the reason they were so they came down here and they love the area, but then they talked to some people and they were so friendly. They struck up a conversation about why those people moved here and this people moved here, and then they're sharing, here's a contractor, here's this, here's that. It's such a friendly area that no one is they don't want to hide and be in closed doors and hide in their houses. No, we are doing this thing called life together. A lot of people have moved here, and obviously they're transplants, and so we're trying to build community. We're trying to find common hobbies. We're trying to find, do we have families? Do we have kids? Do we have this? Do we have that? And trying to combine things together. And so that makes it so much easier to build community, because we're all trying to, be together and build a community together. And so it's really cool to be in that area because it is so friendly and so generous for obviously there's a lot of big businesses that set the generous standard of giving back to the area, because we are trying to give back, and it shows in the community because we're all trying to, make this the best place to live in America, like I said, but also the fact that it's so friendly and so nice that it's going to be a hard day to find someone rude here in Northwest Arkansas. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you are thinking about coming down to Northwest Arkansas, download my 3-day itinerary link below. Maybe you're an adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer. There's a 3-day itinerary link down below for you, so go ahead and download it. Use it when you get down here. Also, when you do come down here, I can give you the $10 tour, so I can kind of show you around the whole area. Plus, we can check out some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one.